Morning guys, bright and early, and guess where I am? Yep, back at Watergate. So back in my usual swim, and all the gears on the barrow are leaning against this table, so I've got to get it all set up, but hopefully we'll be fishing soon. Get this in here. So, like I say, back down Watergate. I've got the pole with me again, so I'm going to give that another go. And in the usual swim, I've had a quick look around. I must admit, I haven't looked all the way around the lake. I sort of stood in a couple of areas and kept an eye on the water. I've not seen anything. There's a lot of bubbles and things on the surface down here, but it looks like it's the ducks have been having a party first thing this morning. And it looks like they've been thrashing the water to a foam. I don't think it's fish. But anyway, quickly get the pod set up. Then I'll get the poles set up. And we'll get the baits out. And hopefully we may get a fish. So let's just see. Would help if I put it right way round. Okay now. There we go. So, turn that off, get it in position. Okay, so at the moment I've just set the poles up for the baiting pole. So I haven't got any rods out yet. I've got the right end rod ready to put in the spoon with the bait on and the sharpened rig. But I just want to get these down here. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to put this bait down into there. So I'm going to put all the poles down on the bank, sort of in the direction I want it to go. Like I say, a little bit fiddly setting these up, but the end result is pretty good. So what I'll do is bring that over there, get over the rushes, lay that in the edge of the water, like so. Get the next one there, and so on and so forth over the rushes. Okay, so now we're ready to put bait on. Happy days. Let's get this rod out of the way. I don't need that there, just more stuff to get caught on. Just get it out of the way so it's needed. Okay, so here's the rig going in, lead in at the back, and then sandwich the muddy hook. Not good. Let's get that mud off. A couple of bits of foam, like so. And then what I do is lick one side of the foam, stick that on the baiting spoon, like so. So you got that. Hook length is a bit coiled up. So, a little bit bait, not much. That's more than enough. Okay, so then we'll try and get this out there. Happy days. Tip. So that's it, we're fishing. Just check how tight that is. But you guys just caught me having me pot of porridge and the first cup of tea of the day. So obviously the rods are out. I'm happy where they are. All put out using the homemade baiting spoon. Now, it was flat calm when I got down here and I was using the baiting pole, and I thought that would make it easier, but in some ways it doesn't. It's fine if you can get the angle of the poles from behind you to exactly the position you want to go, because once you start shipping it out with no wind, it's very hard to control which way the baiting pole will go. You've only got a little bit of sway in which direction you can get it to force it to go. So yeah, in flat calm conditions, you want to push it out in exactly the same direction as you want to place the bait. Whereas last time I was using it in the wind, and I was pushing against the wind and then letting the wind push it to the position I wanted. So in some ways the wind helped, but in other ways it didn't. So fine as long as you can get it straight out, push out in the exact direction. So it depends what you've got behind you for the poles, because like I say, I've laid these all out like 3 or 4 sections long, so it makes it easier to ship out, less screwing of the poles together while the spoon is on the water. But like I say, if you've got you've got obstacles behind you, which means you can't get the angle you want, you may have to do shorter sections and in calm water get it in the direction you want it and then screw the poles on. It's a learning curve, I guess. It's only the second time I've used the pole, so I'm very happy with the spots the baits are on. I've not put any extra free bait out, it's just literally what was in the spoon. Like I say, happy with the spots. No tangles this time like the last time. Absolutely perfect first time. I left the baiting pole on the bank in the sections, just in case I need to ship out anything again if I were fortunate enough to catch something, or if I fancy moving the baits. But like I say, at the moment I'm very happy, so I'm just enjoying my porridge and spilling it on my leg. But hey, we're fishing and it's good. By the way, Tesco's pot porridge is about a third of the price of the Quakers, but I think it's so much better as well. So yeah, give it a go if you like your pot porridges. Tesco's own porridge. Yeah, very nice. So like I say, this morning when I got down here it was flat calm, but since the rods have been out, the breeze is picking up, it's blowing straight into my face. It's an easterly wind, and yes, not the best wind to have when you're carp fishing. A little bit chilly, but it's a very nice morning. The forecast is to stay dry anyway, so hopefully it will. I did bring my brolly, but I've not put it up. I'll only put it up either if the wind gets unbearable or if there's any showers, but hopefully it'll stay in the bag. And yeah, that's about it. Last weekend it was a bit of a mini heat wave in the UK, and it was t-shirt weather. I couldn't get on the bank though, unfortunately, but yeah, it was a really nice weekend last weekend in February, walking around in t-shirts. Who'd have thought it? But I did make the most of sitting in the garden and some nice long dog walks. So I got out, got some fresh air. Like I say, I couldn't get on the bank though. Conditions have turned cooler this last week. A little bit of frost in the night time, but yeah, nowhere near the Baltic conditions of a few weeks back. So spring is definitely on its way, and the sun is trying to burn its way through the bits of cloud we've got at the moment. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy this session, and it's so nice to be back on the bank. You know, if you catch, it would be brilliant, but it's just so nice to sometimes just to be sitting here behind the rods and having a cup of tea on the bank. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. Okay guys, it's about 11 o'clock-ish now, so the rods have been out for a few hours. I've had a couple of twitches on on both rods, but I think it's just small fish hitting the lines. Now, as you can see, put the brolly up, give me a bit of shelter from that cold northeasterly wind, which is blowing straight into the swim, and yeah, it does help, keeps that wind off you. The sun's still trying to come out. When the sun comes out, it does get quite warm in the sun. Here we go. Oh. So there I was, talking to the camera, and off it went. Doesn't feel particularly big, doesn't feel big at all, but it is a carp, probably a double. Let's get it in the net. And then it goes. Oh, who's going to take the photos? You?
I'm the oldest, so.
Rightio.
Yeah, I'm in year 5. But I don't look like year 5.
So, you know, the weather's probably better than I do, isn't it? We're coming nice and close when we take it.
No, no. Those ones. Mirror carp.
Yeah. They're nice to know. See, about the same position as this camera. Maybe a little bit closer and I'm going to be over there. See? There. Hold on that way. Guys.
Move back slightly.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Careful. Let's get back.
So there you go. I was just doing a bit to camera. Left hand rod pulls up. This little 12.6 mirror. Not a monster by anybody's standard, but very welcome on a cold sort of day like today. And I've got Charlie's boy and his mates down here. And they're going to take the photos for me. So, there you go. 12.6. Using the baiting pole, and happy days. Just going to go again. I'll just flip him round. Right. And as the lad said, you can see the poo coming out of him. So he's been having a munch up, this one. Lovely little fish, and I'm very happy with that. So anyway, I'm going to get the rods back out and see if we can catch another one. Let's get this little one back. Cheers, fellas. Okay, guys, just coming up to midday, and as you've seen a little while ago, I had that 12-pounder. So yeah, 12.6. Bait's back out on the spot using the baiting pole, and a little handful of crumb to go with it, and yeah, back in the spot. Just a case of seeing if we can be lucky again, eh? But yeah, very pleased with that. It's nice to come down on these day sessions and have a fish. Like I say, it's not the easiest of lakes. By far, it's not the easiest of lakes. I mean, So getting a fish out is a result any time of year. And it is still pretty much, winter. There's signs of spring. Like I say, last weekend was t-shirt weather, but it's bitter cold again this morning, or today. Even though the sun's trying to come out, it's got a cold northeasterly wind. So yeah, that's what I call a result, having a fish out. So nothing on the right hand rod. And to be fair, I'm not expecting an awful lot. Charlie, the lake owner, his son's down, and he's got a few mates with him, and they're playing in the sluice just to my right. It's what they like to do, boys will be boys. A bit of water, a bit of mud. They've got some tools and things, they're banging around down there and splashing around, and yeah, it is what it is. But it does mean they're not a million miles away from my bait down there to the right hand rod, so I'm not really expecting a lot to happen. But it's what it is, and so, like I say, very happy to actually have had one on that left hand rod. So you never know, something might happen on the right hand rod. Strange things happen when you're fishing, but yeah, I'm not really feeling it down there today with the lads playing down there. But so be it. They're quite funny little lads. They came round and they was looking at the fish, and and a bit of core. Look at the size of that. Is it dead? No, it's not. It's well and truly alive, especially when it starts flapping. But yeah, it's good to see their faces, being mesmerised. Charlie's son's seen it all before, obviously. I've seen bigger ones than that, but yeah, he wasn't too impressed. But I think he likes showing off to his friends some of his dad's, well, one of his dad's fish. So yeah, happy days. Anyway, I enjoyed showing off my fish to them, and yeah, it's been nice. So let's see what happens. He did take some photos. I've not had a look at them yet, so wonder what they're going to turn out like. And anyway, time for a bit of lunch, and I'll catch you in a little while. Which, guys, it's about 3 o'clock now, and nothing since that mirror that I had earlier. I did have a quick tug on the right hand rod. I thought it was going to go, and eventually I saw a pretty shifty looking coot sort of swimming away from the area, so I've got a feeling it might have been him diving down and maybe picking the bait up. But it's still where it is. I've not moved it, and yeah, just still open, still a chance. Got a couple of hours yet, so we'll see what gives. And it's a good time of the day, really. So who knows? We may get another chance. But yeah, it's quite nice being on the bank, and it's very nice having a fish. So yeah, I'm not complaining. So I'm actually booked on here again tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. I might put a little bit of bait out when I leave, just to top the swim up. Maybe put it in a couple of spots just in case I get down here and the fish are showing elsewhere. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. 2 days fishing on the trot. Just a shame we can't do the night in between yet, but those days will come soon, no doubt. But yeah, nice to be on the bank. And like I say, really chuffed with that fish, really happy. It's nice to get one. I'll get greedy though, it would be nice to have another one. But yeah, I'm pushing it now. But yeah, happy days. Okay guys, just gone 4:15. Sun's starting to go down behind the hill behind me. Still hitting the bank on the other side of the lake, but where I am right now it's pretty chilly. I've put the brolly away. I'm starting to pack all the non-essential items away. So obviously still got the rods and the cameras out. The cameras will be going in the bag soon. But yeah, looks like the end of today's session, and very, very happy to have had a fish. I know it wasn't a monster, but it was a fish, and it is pretty chilly, so it is pretty much winter fishing still. So yeah, can't grumble at that.